11th Hour Cleaning sounded amazing. This is also known as Murder House. It was released in 2022. It's directed by Leisher and it's written by Leisher and Ed Morrone. And we have a cast including Chloe Brooks, Dave Baez, Edward Finlay, Ed Morrone, and various others. And unfortunately, it did not deliver. And there are a few reasons why. The reason it appealed to me is because it's about a crime scene cleanup crew, and I read a lot of crime magazines, I read a lot of true crime, and I'm always interested in the articles that look at forensic cleanup, and that part of it I was really interested in, to the point where I feel like they could have made a whole series out of that. Protagonists who are crime scene cleaners, they could get themselves into all kinds of either thrilling or spooky situations. Not that I'm saying they should do more films, because it wasn't great, although if they approve upon it, I would be willing to watch it. And this cleanup crew go to this house where there has been a murder, and some supernatural spooky things potentially begin to happen. In theory, as a concept, absolutely love it. I absolutely adore the concept. The execution is terrible for several reasons. The characters are irritating, nothing happens, and also the lighting is horrendous. I don't understand why the lights are basically turned off for the bulk of the film. There is one point or a couple of points where we get this really bright lighting, and that looks amazing. It looks very, very good. And I'm wondering if they turned the lights down for the bulk of the film, so those moments seemed more powerful. And yeah, I could argue that that is the case. Those moments are made more powerful because the brightness comes out of nowhere. But if it makes the rest of the film ugly and uncomfortable to look at, it's really not worth it. So the lighting was horrendous. Visually, it's a really boring film to look at. The characters are really irritating. In addition to cleaning up this house, they also have their own personal problems, their own issues with each other as characters. And that's so dull and so fluffy and takes up so much space that it shouldn't be there. We don't need that padding and that fluff, because it takes away from the main narrative. It takes us forever to get to the main narrative. Maybe they're trying to make us connect more with the characters, so we will feel sorry for them when things begin to happen. But I found the characters to be very, very annoying. So the focus in the narrative, in my opinion, was not in the right places. It's not very scary. Most of the things that happen are not scary or creepy at all. And visually, I'd say 90% of the film is really hideous to look at. It's like they kind of forgot that lighting exists, apart from those few moments where we get this very bright light. And it does look amazing. In those moments, it looks fantastic. But it wouldn't have looked less good if the rest of the scenes had been well lit. So 11th Hour Cleaning is an amazing idea. Really love the concept. If I don't believe there's a sequel, I have no reason to believe there's a sequel or something with a similar premise following on. But if they were to make another one, I would absolutely watch it. I'd give it a chance because the concept really, really appeals to me. And if anybody can recommend any other films about crime scene cleaners, then please feel free to do so. There is Sunshine Cleaning, which is not the same kind of film at all, but it is a really brilliant film. I definitely recommend that. But if you can recommend any similar films or similar in nature, please feel free to do so. But unfortunately, due to several reasons, I can't recommend 11th Hour Cleaning or Murder House.